Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Soy Carmina Cortes del programa Ritmo Del Arte. Y bueno, como artista plástica yo y también actriz, estoy en el medio. Creciendo, mis padres fueron migrantes a este país. Creciendo mi papá me decía que el arte es un hobby. Es un hobby. In other words, it's a hobby. You cannot do this.
Yeah, I got you.
I came to this country for you to do something better of yourself.
Okay.
Now I'm wondering, no discrimination here, but I'm asking my Latino actors here, did you have any support from your family in this area of the arts? Because in our Latino community, it's hard to do this.
I really feel what you're saying. Yeah, growing up, it was hard, especially because I was raised and I grew up in Mexico. So there it's even harder because it's like, yeah, you're gonna be an actor, okay, so how are you gonna make money? You know, like people don't believe that it's a career, right? But now moving here, and me touching doors, I'm knocking the doors, you know, and being able to do this, what I'm doing right now, now I'm gonna feel a little bit guilty because it's like if I should have supported you more, you know, and it is not easy, but it's not impossible. And like they said, it can be a job. You can live out of this. So yeah.
Well, in my case, my mom wanted to be an actress, so she's all for it, right? And then, but it's, when my brother was little and when he started acting, she said that she took him to an acting school. And people were like, oh, she doesn't even have money to buy underwear, and she's taking him to a school and everything. So they were criticizing her a lot. And then my brother, after 3 months that he was in acting and dancing school, he started doing the soap operas. And then we lived about 10 years. Like my mom didn't work. I didn't have a dad by then. So we lived with what my brother was earning. So it was a career for him and for my entire family because we were all part of it. So when I told my mom that I liked it, she was like, go for it. I support you.
For me, it was, I guess, a similar situation. My mom always wanted to be the actress or the singer. Unfortunately, on my father's side, yeah, he was like, you know, he wasn't around. And when he was like, no, that's not a real career. Even my grandmother, she was like, oh, no, hija, eso es no, teatro de carpa es como las carpas back then. It was like, I'm talking about,
It's like a circus.
It's like a circus. Yeah, it's like a circus. Ay, las mujeres de teatro, you know. So it wasn't hard, and I grew up here in Chicago. I was 3 when my family migrated here, and I always wanted to be on the stage. I always wanted to be on the stage. And my mom, unfortunately, with the English barrier, because her English was really, really bad, and you know, over the shoulder thing for a while, I always had those barriers, you know, as far as that. But she always said, no, mamita, finish school. This was her main thing. Finish school. Finish school. Do not go on any type of stage not having any type of education, at least some kind of theater background. So that when you get on the stage, you're not going to look, you know, And I did, so that was her main thing, my mom. And she's my #1 supporter. Actually, she's a really good actress. I never did her.
Yes, a really good singer.
So yeah.
Okay, my last question is one of the questions that I always ask at the end of our show. As an educator myself, what advice do you have, since we have a generation behind us here, what advice do you have to future actors?
Consider yourself above all a thinker. I mean, consider yourself someone like that. I mean, an actor embodies movement, embodies character. You know, take a second to realize that everyone is unique, everyone in the whole world, and as an actor, all you're doing is finding a way to make the person that you're reading a unique, fleshed out, real person, because communicating a story is the oldest job in the world. I mean, besides, you know, what they call the oldest job in the world. But, it's really important just to remember that, like, this is a thinker's job. This is something you think deeply at. It's not just because you like to be on stage and you like praise. It's because you care so deeply, or at least I do, about people and about relating the truth of stories. And while you're at it, be entertaining. Like, you know, think about what is fun. If you're not having the fun of discovering that person every night on stage, she always, what do you say? What do we say every night before we go on stage?
yes.
We are real people doing real things for the first time.
Break a leg.
A great teacher and a great director. I gotta mention him, Mr. Burke. I love you and you're a great teacher, and he always said that we are real people doing real things for the first time. We break a leg. Let's break a leg.
Love that. Thank you so much.
I might just real quickly, your fantastic questions. I agree with everything they say, but I think the reality of the situation is, if you want to do this for a living, we have to agree that you have to work. You have to hustle. I think that we live in a time when you don't have an excuse not to have a website.